Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Disha and I'm here to help you transform your house into a home. And today I'm going to talk all about relief painting. So I have already posted a short and quick video on my Facebook page, but here on YouTube it will be a detailed tutorial. But wait, like always, first I'll share a piece of information with you all which can be beneficial for all those who keep asking me how to get rid of dust in their homes. So dust has been an issue in my home as well, and I've been seeing that people are going gaga over this Dyson's new V11 Absolute Pro. So I thought let's give it a try, and here is my take on it. Look at this, how awesome this looks. So I'm gonna quickly show you how it works and what I like the most about this machine. So it comes with 9 attachments, and attaching detaching them is super easy. Here you go. What I like the most about this machine is that I can use it every day, unlike other bulky and noisy vacuum cleaners that I would use once in a while. I can actually use it on everyday basis. It's really compact, cord free, less noisy and super easy to use. Soft roller cleaner head is especially designed for hard floors, and it makes the floor squeaky clean. Trust me on that. Look how convenient it is to turn it. Just move your elbow left or right to control its direction. So this one is high torque cleaner head, and with this you can clean between carpet and hard floor without having to change the accessories. Mini motorized tool is for cleaning tight spaces like corners, cars and stairs. Crevice tool is for window and door rails, corners, moldings. It's quite convenient to use it to remove cobwebs. Combination tool is perfect for cleaning ground and dust, window mesh and debris. Soft dusting brush is versatile. It is used to lift dust from delicate surfaces like these wall panels, bookshelves, photo frames, and even laptop too. This mattress tool is especially designed for mattress and upholstery. I'll talk about it little later. This up top adapter allows you to reach the areas where usually it's difficult for you to reach, like above this tube light. Now it can easily be cleaned. Extension hose combines easily with any other Dyson tool, and it's flexible and makes the cleaning easier. Onboard LCD screen shows you the power mode like eco, medium and boost, runtime, language settings and alerts as well. This vacuum cleaner's fully sealed filtration system captures 99.97% of fine particles, and its AI will remind you when to clean the filters, and you just need to take out the filter, give it a good wash, let it dry completely for at least for 24 hours, and then put it again. And this is its trash bin. Just push the lever down to empty it. Its swappable batteries can offer 120 minutes of hassle-free cleaning. Also, it has this docking station which allows you to store and recharge the machine, and I absolutely loved it. The second thing I really liked about this machine is that apart from cleaning floors, rugs, carpets, crevices, nooks and corners, sofas and cars, it can actually clean your mattresses and upholstery too. Let me show you. I have always been afraid of dust mites. According to the study done by Dyson, there were 3 most common allergens present in the dust collected from Indian homes: cockroaches, dust mites and dog allergens. I work from my bed most of the time. Even lots of people are working from bed due to the pandemic. So you know how important it is to clean your mattress every other day. With Dyson, I can do it quickly and easily. Look at the amount of dust collected from the mattress only. If you don't like cleaning at all, then this machine will make you fall in love with cleaning. I'm not saying this because everybody is saying good things about Dyson. Actually, I have been using this machine and I can safely say that you get the result of all three: sweeping, mopping and dusting with just one machine. It's a premium machine, and the only con that I can share is that if you work for a longer time, then you start to feel like that the machine is heavy. But still, I would say it's far better than many other vacuum cleaners. So now that everything is clean, I'm gonna work peacefully. Let's begin the DIY. So now what's relief painting? It's a technique of sculpting. So it is done on various surfaces and then clay. The material is raised on the surface and it is done in three ways: low raised, medium raised and high raised. So I'm gonna show you low raised one today. So for this DIY, you'll need a plywood or a canvas. If you're using a canvas, then you don't need to apply the paste on the canvas. But if you're using a ply or MDF board or any such board, hardboard, then you need to apply a layer of paste on it and then let it dry. Now, what kind of powder is used to make a paste? So actually, marble powder is used to make the paste, but if you don't have marble powder, then you can use air dry clay, or you can use wall putty, not white cement or POP. I'm talking about wall putty. So you can use wall putty, and then you have to mix white glue which is Fevicol. You can mix it and you have to make a paste. There is no particular proportion that wall putty should be 2 parts or glue should be 1 part. It's not like that. You have to just mix it and see if the paste is ready. So you have to make paste in two different consistency. One should be little thicker and the other should be bit thinner. So now let's begin. First, draw or trace the pattern on the canvas. I have drawn this fish on MDF board. Its surface is ready, so I didn't apply the paste. Next, I have the piping bag filled with the paste of wall putty and glue. So either you can pipe the outlines first and then fill the pattern with clay, or do it the other way around. Here I have piped the intricate patterns first. Now I'm piping the outline. Then I'll use the paste to fill the pattern entirely, which will be raised above the surface. Here thick paste should be used, or you can use air dry clay instead. Then you can make layers. Now let it dry completely. Once dried, you can pipe intricate pattern on it. The more intricate patterns you make, the more it's gonna look beautiful. it's complete. Now let's paint it. Usually oil colors are used, but acrylic paint can also be used, so that is what I'm using here. The key here is to paint only the surface and not the raised part. And after painting the surface, take a piece of cloth and wipe off the raised part. Since this pattern is too intricate, so I have taken a lighter shade on my finger and am applying it on the raised part. Once all the patterns are filled, fill the background in a color that pop against the relief work, and it's done. So I really hope you liked today's video, and if you try this, then don't forget to share your recreations with me on my Instagram or on my Facebook. That's all for today, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Till then, watch it this video or this. Bye bye. Wish you all love, luck and sunshine.